What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumbass. Like and subscribe and hype. I would usually be outside, but it's about to storm, so no. Okay, so I wasn't even planning to do the video today because I was like, let me sit back, let everybody get it out their system, let them say what they gotta say, blah blah blah, right? Then I come across a clip because it was Sean, of course. Sean played a clip of Kind of Funny, Greg Miller. Bah, 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 bah. You know how he does. He's probably the closest thing to a Howard Stern, but kind of polar, because Howard Stern is highly I'm not saying Greg isn't intelligent. I'm saying Howard Stern is highly intelligent, and he's a slippery. Greg is different. That's a good description. He's different. And so he went on this rant today, and it was ridiculous. He said something. He called Satya a quote unquote bag of shit. Look, I don't usually say stuff like that. I'm just quoting. That's what he said. I didn't say that. I didn't call Satya Nadella that. I'm sorry. I just said Nadella, just like boom. Let me take that back. It's Nadella. Every time Boom says it, I'm like, it's Nadella, and I just said it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just trying to roll. Anyway, so he called him that a couple of times in his spirited rant. Once again, I call him Howard Stern is mainly for the shock jockedness of it, but it's not really the same because Howard was funny. He wasn't kind of funny. He was funny. Is funny. It's acting like he's dead. And you know, he was the first. He's the guy who you know, he paved the way for guys like Greg Miller to do what he do. You know, that's not what this is about. It's about what he said, why he said it, and the notion that he says, paraphrasing of course, why are we doing exclusives? What are we doing here? Basically, this is what he's saying. What are you doing? What you need to do, this is what he said, paraphrasing, you need to stop hardware and just basically, but I'm like, everything you're saying is asinine and stupid. I know you're not stupid, Greg. So you're either just playing a part, you said, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to shake up the feathers and blah blah blah, make Electron Bandit, make SG, do a video about it. It worked. But one thing I will say is that you see how Greg acts. He got into a fight on air. I remember I was listening to I think it was a Game Scoop episode or something when he was with IGN, and I think Arthur Geese was on the panel as well. And I think it was Arthur Geese. You let me know if I'm incorrect, but I think it was Arthur Geese. Anyway, Greg was being an ass, as he does, you know, regular. And he kept poking, and I say Arthur, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna say the other person he was kind of teasing or whatever was just fell silent. He kept going, and then all you hear is, I was like, and they didn't stop the show. They didn't like not put the show out. They put the show out. It was just a podcast, so there was no visuals at that time. And they were like Damon Hatfield, he's the host, and he was like, okay, we're back. We just had a little bit of a little altercation, blah 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 blah. I was like, did he just get his ass whooped on live podcast? Shout out to Damon Hatfield for actually posting that. Thank you. And look, you never know what's going on in somebody's life at any particular moment. That's a wise thing to consider. So being a certain way, you could slow it down. You could pull it back a little bit. I was in a situation where come to find out, this person is going through things. Like, look, everybody's going through things, all right? doesn't change certain aspects of what had went down. So if he could get away with that, then what are we doing here? You know. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time that probably will never come to light because of legal reasons. Anyway, so Greg, he's saying all this stuff, and then Paris is in the corner. He's like via satellite. he's at home and she's at the crib on his yellow chair, of course. And I didn't hear Paris say anything. Now that was just in the clip that Sean had showed. So I didn't watch the original clip. I was gonna look it up, but I was like, you know, I didn't really feel like looking it up. But I think Paris was diplomatic. Let's just say that he can't really shout out his boss like he do. He can't jump down and do a suplex and a leg drop and all that stuff on Greg. You know, he paid the bills. You know what I'm saying? So he's diplomatic. I respect that. You can't bite the hands that feed you. I get it. Did he agree 1,000% with what Greg said? Of course not. Come on, any sane person would not agree with what Greg said. But this is part of how the idea and how the narrative of the Xbox tax exists. Now, who was it? It was two people I saw on Twitter today that said, "Oh, I didn't really think the Xbox tax was real, but after this, yeah, it kind of is." I was like, we've been said it exists. We've seen it. I know Paris was like, the Xbox tax does. I don't know how he feels now. But he said that before, and I can see where you could be like, yeah, it probably doesn't. Y'all just being whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, it's real. It's a bias, and the thing is, it's like you can have your biases, but when you are part of the controlling narrative of the industry, that has ramifications for the companies in which you are talking about. It has ramifications for these businesses. If you want to put a business out of business, you talk shit, say, yo, they got rats in the kitchen. Closed, they gone. That's what Sony wants. They want them to shut down. Meanwhile, a little bit of a tangent. Everybody's talking about, Xbox doom and gloom, they're going to shut down all these studios. Meanwhile, I must be a prophet. I must be Astrodamus. I must be Negrodamus. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. I must be somebody, because listen, was it last video or the video before? It was last video, where I said, yo, while we making stuff up, let's talk about Bungie. They're going to fire 400 people, half it. That was just off I didn't have any foresight or any other knowledge of this rumor that just like popped off today, I think it was, where they said 400 people, about 50% are going to get fired at Bungie. I didn't know that. I was just like, yeah, Marathon is sucking. They're closing down Destiny 2. Of course they're going to fire. Of course they are. They lost $775 million. They paid 3.6. But I'm like, all bad news over there. Everybody, Luke Smith, all these people left. The car guy, he's gone. Yeah, they're going to fire some people. And y'all acting like, Xbox, doom and gloom. Happening at PlayStation 2. And the thing is, it's like, this is not even Sony's fiscal. When is their fiscal? I think their fiscal ends in the fall. It's different from Xbox's. Or actually, it might end with the actual calendar year. I'm not sure, though. Y'all could let me know in the comments what that is. I'll probably look it up later, too. But I know it's not the same as Microsoft. But it's like, yo, there's going to... And then they were like, oh, yeah, there's going to be, staff cuts. There's going to be firings across the board over at PlayStation. Naughty Dog? Y'all remember the rumor? Oh yeah, Sony's angry at Naughty Dog for not putting out a game this generation. Basically, whose fault is that? They freaking said, "Hey, make this live service game," and then they made it, and then they canceled it before it got. Yo, listen. If I were in charge at PlayStation, I'm not. I'm nobody, right? But listen, this is what you do, man. You get a small team. You get 20 people, right? At least. Start off 20 people. You release the game. You keep the game running, right? You see what happens. If it pops off, y'all probably had some extra content that you were gonna make, or had planned. You have to see. You kill it before it even comes out. Now the reason why they do this is because they want tax write-offs. They were like, okay, we took a loss on this because of that's the same reason why they whatever it's called, when they reassess the actual value of Bungie minus $775 million, so that it would be worth less. And then I don't know how that affects the taxes, but I mean, closing studios, they get a tax write-off of that. It's a loss, so it doesn't go towards, I guess, capital or gains or anything like that. Once again, I'm not sure how that works and how they were taxed on that type of stuff, but it's not, once it's you see the bias, you see the tax happening, and the fact that there's still all these people talking about Xbox is bad, Xbox gloom and doom, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, Sony's silent. Meanwhile, Fair Games / I was like, what's that game called? Get the money. It's called Break-In. That's what it was called. I remembered it today. I was like, oh yeah, it's a stupid Break-In. That's creative. I don't know, whatever. And so it's like the rhetoric and all these things. Look, it can only take these grifters and these I was about to do a whole koala man. I was about to do Vault gamers up here. The grifters and the grifters. Yeah, that's what they do. They're all here. And Alex, I tell you, Alex, he's I don't actually know what he's saying, because I'm just like drool. Most of these PlayStation guys make me sleepy. If you have insomnia, just turn on the PlayStation pod. You go to sleep. So, especially MBG, he's like, maybe it's like how his voice resonates through his dolphin teeth, and it's like a siren call. It's a spill, and you just pass out. Sorry, I brought up dolphin teeth. That's kind of cruel. I mean, he got little teeth, but at least they straight. I don't even know if they're straight. He doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't smile a lot. He may be self-conscious about his teeth. He should go to the same doctor that Dreamcast guy went to get his teeth fixed. I mean, they could be teeth brothers or something. Back to talking about video games instead of And another thing. Another thing, all these these influencers, these podcasters who like, we're not gonna say no names. Look, Boom doesn't say no names. He don't want no smoke like that. Respect him. Who else said that? Who else said we don't say no names or something like that? I can't remember. It might have been King. He says names, but it might have been King for some a specific purpose or whatever situation, but. I say names. Y'all see. I say names. Not to be like, oh, you're going to blah, blah, blah. I say names. They come out. They put their face on YouTube. Hey, fair use. Yep. Hey, you going to say something stupid. I'm like, yeah. This person says something stupid. Boop, boop, boop. Dreamcast guy says something. I mean, you can guarantee he going to say something stupid. I mean, I say some stupid stuff all the time. Y'all can clip me. Nobody's clipping me. Nobody cares. Anyway. So, look, tax is real, the bias is real, whatever. That's that. We're not going to say whatever. We're not going to just push it aside. We always have to recognize what's going on, motivation, what they're saying, why they're saying it. Most of the time, I would say 99.9999% of the time, it's just to get the clicks, to get that money. That's all it is, and we know that. But at the same time, it is affecting things bigger than just their little YouTube channel, their little money. I mean, some of the things that people are saying are not wrong. It's like they were saying, oh yeah, Satya Nadella is out here talking about YouTube's making more money than Xbox on their games or something like that, like just YouTubers and stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And if he remembers, a couple of years ago, Sony tried to trademark Let's Play. They tried to. Let's Play's been out there. All kind of Let's Play. They tried to trademark it. Is that a smart move? I mean, is it akin to Michael Jackson buying the Beatles catalog underneath Paul McCartney? Is Michael Jackson a dick for that? Rest in peace, Michael Jackson, but that's a dick move. I'm just saying. Y'all did a song and everything. Say what you want, right? And then Paul was like, yeah, man, if you own this stuff, man, you get all the money. And Mike was like, yo, Tito, who owns the Beatles? Sorry, my Mike. I never tried Michael Jackson. Tito's like, I don't. Does Sony own them? I don't know. That's how I think that Tito Jackson sound. Yeah, Mike. I think it's so. I don't know. So, man, go get Janet. Tell her to go look up the thing with the see who owns the Beatles catalog. Okay, thank you, Tito. Bye bye. And those moonwalks away. Sorry, this is my brain on after eating food. I have energy. Anyway, so look, Michael Jackson did some dubious stuff. Sony do some dubious stuff all the time. They try and they get away with it because they don't say nothing. Silence. They're not gonna put out a press release. Oh yeah, we're firing 400 people from Bungie. Boo. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna let Jesse Schreier do that. And that's the problem. They don't say anything. We still don't know if they're going to back away and not put games on PC. We still don't know that because they ain't say nothing. It doesn't make sense for them not to do it because they need the money. But instead of doing that, if they are doing it, but we don't know, they're going to just cut Bungie. Instead of saying, instead of firing 400 people, let's take the 400 people, make another studio, make another game, have a possible hit. You have more possible hits. Make that. I mean, they're making gummy bears or whatever. Another Phantom game over at PlayStation. They got so many Phantom games. It's like, I don't remember all the games you said you were making. Then you change the names. Oh, let's do a trademark for a game nobody knows. Big time break in. Yeah, that's a new break in. What the hell is that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What happened to Fair Game? Don't worry about it. That's so the moral of the story today is that everything is falling apart everywhere. I mean, Nintendo ain't saying nothing, but they having troubles over there too. I'm sure. Actually, they are because they were like, oh, the cost of making games has gone up, blah, 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 blah. So they're going to raise prices again. I mean, they raised prices on the Switch, and now they're going to raise prices on games. Actually, they did. Didn't they do that? They, what game was $80? It was a Mario game. What game was it? I saw like an image. I was like, what? I mean, maybe it was just a headline, or maybe was it? No, it wasn't. What was it? Pokemon? No, I'm trying to remember. I think it was one of their newer games. Monster Hunter? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so look, we are console warriors. We do the fun stuff. We yell, we scream, we do all these things. We point out the hypocrisies. We do all these things. I mean, bottom line though, we just here to fun games. Hey, we're here to have got fun, to play the games, right? I was playing. I'm gonna tell you. Let's talk about games real quick. What I've been playing, which is maybe I'll start talking about games or what I've been playing. So I've been playing Subnautica 2 preview, right? Shout out to Anthony Gallegos. I used to love his podcast, him and Arthur Geese. I mean, people have their opinions about Arthur Geese, and sure, whatever. I would agree with most of them, but still, it was pleasant to listen to Those guys had great voices. Their opinions were cool. I liked it. It was nice. It was like two friends talking, and it was one of those podcasts that you kind of look forward to it, because it's like they're not offensive, if that makes sense, and they're not within the console war. They're just kind of games, right? Generally speaking. And Anthony is definitely a unique dude, like based off of how he was raised and stuff. And he's very interesting, and yeah, I liked him when I think it was on the One Up show way back. But yeah, he is. I believe he was the creative director dude on Subnautica 2, because he had started working for them during Subnautica 1. And then all the stuff went down with their parent company. It was I can't remember who it was, but yeah, what'd they do? They shut down the game. Like, they canceled the game before there was supposed to be a payout for like millions of dollars for the uppers. It was some dubious stuff. Anyway, the Subnautica team ended up winning that thing, and so the game came out. Obviously, they got reinstated. They were able to play it, blah blah blah. And the people who owned them or whatever, I don't know exactly how all that like logistically goes down, or like if they don't have them anymore or somebody else bought. I have no idea. But the team won, and now they're the preview game is like I played the first one, and I got in. And I played the preview again. I was like, bam, bam, bam. I was playing. Hours and hours and hours, and I just stopped and say, okay, I'm done. Because I got to a point where I built a submarine, and I'm just driving around doing all kind of crazy stuff, and Leviathans beat me up. I don't think, did I ever fix the Leviathan in the first one? I can't remember. But anyway, second one, I'm doing that. I got my little, I got the pod, I got the tadpole, and then I got the mantis wings on it. I'm trying to get the U-Haul version with the storage, so I could just get all kind of stuff and put it in there. I gotta find some other things to build and stuff. It's a cool game. It's very cool. It's very relaxing, and it's very survival. So it's focused. It's like, oh, your PDA globe thing says, hey, I got another message from the boops. And how the story is, it's like you're a clone of yourself, and every time you die you get reprinted, basically. But there's a mystery as to some people don't get reprinted. You're like the only one left. Some people don't get reprinted. Some people purposefully kill themselves in order to get reprinted back at the base. Like, that's a thing. And that's, I mean, honestly, I did an involuntary one. I died, and I was like, oh man, and you lose some items. So I was like, whatever. But you can go back and get them. Anyway, it's a cool game. I've been playing. I'm probably 20 something, 24 hours into it right now. 20 something hours in. Been playing that. I stopped playing Crimson Desert. I'm gonna get back into that though, because I got it on my ROG Xbox White Boy Edition. So, and I played it. I was like, oh, it works at almost 30 frames, but I can play it. So I was like, if I need to, I'll play it on that. But it's like that. The Forza Horizon 6. I'm playing that. Still mad about the SS Trailblazer not being there. Who do I need to talk to at Xbox? Who do I need to send an email to? Maybe I should just do it on Twitter. Like, I'm a young. No. I'm an up and coming YouTuber who would like for you, please, Asha, CEO lady, to make, please put the Trailblazer. Yeah, puberty again. It's like Benjamin Button. The older I get, the younger my mind. Okay. No, that's not how it worked. I'm old and then I'm young. But then he got young, and then he got Alzheimer's, and he started forgetting and getting angry. That was a weird movie, but kind of, yeah. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, so games, right? And then I'm like thinking, okay, I already pre-ordered Gears. Boom. Today I was scrolling, Fable's up for pre-order. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna turn on my Xbox. If it's on there, soundtrack version, buying it right away. I'm getting that. I don't care. I want that soundtrack. Is delicious. Every sound of music, except for I think the first trailer, which wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad. It was the least desirable music, but everything else has been such a super duper banger that I was like, yo, if the trailer music is on that soundtrack, that's all I need. But then again, I was listening to the gameplay and I was like, yo, that music is hot. I'm like, I just need to play it on loop and just be like, that's what I do. I get some new joints, I play the hell out of them until I'm sick of them, and then I'll take 6 months off and then I play them again. But man, yeah, I'm gonna get to the crib and I'm buying it, buying the super duper deluxe version. Hopefully it comes with what would Fable come with? A cloth map? That might be alright. Yo, if they give me a cloth map that's what I want. I want something physical. Like, I don't want a CD, obviously. I mean, give me a little USB drive or something with the files. I'll be alright. But look at just what you call just USB. But yeah, cloth map. Like, what game had a cloth map? It was The Witcher 3. Was The Witcher 3? Did it have a cloth map? I can't remember. But Witcher 3 had a lot of stuff in it. It was packed. But yo, just do that. Do the collector's super dope edition. I'm paying $100 something for it. Give me a cloth map. Give me some stuff. Give me I'll be in the insignia thing. I don't know what. Give me a little figure. I don't know, something. I'm not a collector like that, but I'm getting the big version anyway with the soundtrack and probably an art book, digital art book, but whatever. And that's like the bare minimum. We get a digital soundtrack, digital art book. Have a nice day. And maybe some armor sets or something. It's all good. I just want the soundtrack. Anyway, sorry for the rambles, but I'm excited. Fable's gonna be crazy. I still have to order Forza Horizon 6. I am gonna buy it, but I'm curious to know what the DLCs are gonna be. I don't know if they'll do Hot Wheels again. They might. They already have like the assets, so it would be easier for them to do that. But I don't know. But I mean, besides that, it's like Halo's about to come out like next month. There's something coming out like next week or something like. Well, Halo's the closest thing, right? Is it next month? Yeah, it's next month. I'm getting like, it's so busy this summer. It's like games and movies, man. Shoot, my friend at work is a Super Spider-Man fan. It's ridiculous. I just saw the new trailer today. I was like, okay, that's gonna be a good movie. Anyway, we got Fable. That's February got pushed. We got Halo, Grand Theft Auto. It's like Grand Theft Auto is gonna be whatever, right? It won't be big until online comes out, because that's what the reason why Grand Theft Auto sold 1,000 million copy units, right? It's because they're slick, they're sneaky, and look, they found the loophole, and I'm not sure why more companies don't do exactly what Rockstar did. Whereas what they do, they said, oh, you want to buy some it's a shark card bundle, comes with the game. And it was like super cheap. It's like you're just buying a shark card, but just get the game for free, basically. And they count that as a game sale. And that's how they get 300 million sold, or whatever it was. I don't know, 280, whatever it was, right? And so I'm like, why doesn't every game company do this? Because it's not like, oh, it's cost you more money to host the games. Listen, charge $20 for some car bucks or whatever and sell it. That doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, can you buy money on Forza? I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, just do what they did. They get the shark cards, you get the car cards or something, whatever. Or like the car packs and stuff, or even the DLC. It's like, oh yeah, DLC is I think it's $50 now, or $40 or something like that. They went up on a price on that one. But it's like, yeah, and it comes with the game. So you get an additional sale, unit sale, technically, when you sell the DLC. So it's basically like, imagine everyone bought the game, buys the DLC. You're basically doubling the amount of core games that you sold. Technically, you have, because you're including the game. And I'm thinking, like, legally, is that even legal? And I'm like, I don't see how it's not, because they're giving you the game with whatever DLC, shark cards, whatever. It counts. It's part of the package. It counts. It's devious. It's something that Sony would do. I'm surprised they haven't done that. Why, like, yeah, that's my question. Like, why haven't anyone else? I mean, are other companies doing it, and I'm just not realizing it? Anyway, I'm sorry. Way off track. But anyway, bias is real. Blah blah blah. Hit me in the comments below. Let me know what you think about all the things about the bias, about how Greg Miller's a knucklehead for many, many, many different reasons. I don't work for him, so I could say whatever I want. I could call him a bag of penises or whatever. What did he call him? A bag of shite. I think he called Satya bag. I think that's what he called him. I call him a bag of balls. How about that? A bag of cow testicles. That doesn't sound as bag of dicks is better. Yeah. But that's whatever. You just a bag of whatever you want to put in the bag. But yeah, it's unnecessary. And it's just like, whatever, man. It's like, it don't make sense. I mean, it makes sense for him because he's trying to pay his 11 employees and stuff. But yeah, he did it on purpose. He did it on purpose, and that's how he is. As see my story of how he got his ass whooped on. I don't know who won that fight, honestly. I would like to know. I want to ask Damon Hatfield who won that fight. That would be interesting. I'm thinking, like, if it was Arthur's skinny, but he's a tall bro. He's tall. Is he taller than? I think he's tall. I don't know. Them skinny dudes be secret strong. Secret strong? I got the reach. Anyway, I preach. I'll talk to y'all next one. Tilt the weight.